so desire for this very heart you have shaped for your pleasure, purpose to lift your name high. Give your head.
Beloved, thank you very much for joining us one more time. I know this is the day the Lord has made for us to rejoice and be glad in it. I apologize because I'm going to put off my mask, but I still obey the guidelines of Ministry of Health. But for the benefit of everybody to listen to me, clearly that's why I need to put it away. And I know that God is going to minister to us the way we are. Thank you very much for joining us and tuning in all the other time when it's time for Christian Focus. My name is Big Sam, and today I am hosting one of the best. I know that all of you know him by now, but Bishop Simon Peter is right here. He's going to be talking to us about seasons of a life. Before we go there, this is your word of wisdom right here on Christian Focus.
Give your head.
Your word of wisdom today on Christian Focus, I borrowed this from one of the guys that has lived a very wonderful life. He's late of now, but he's called Henry Ford. Henry Ford, in many of his writings, all his books, he says, don't find fault, find remedy. Don't find fault, find remedy. Have you realized that we spend a lot of time finding faults in different people, and we don't find time to find a remedy in those people or for those people? If God has given you an opportunity to become part of an organization, don't look for the faults in that organization. Look for a remedy that will take that organization further. Many of our marriages, many relationships have failed because people are looking for faults amongst themselves instead of looking for remedy. You are in that place for a divine appointment. God has put you in that family for a divine reason. God has put you in that business for a divine reason. God has made you Ugandan for a divine reason. Find remedy. Don't find fault. Successful people are people that have always looked for remedy in every situation. Because if you don't find remedy, then nobody's going to look for you. Find solutions for particular things. Don't find faults. That's your word of wisdom today on Christian Focus. Beloved, one more time, allow me to introduce and make known this wonderful man of God that I hosted last time. We were talking about peace amidst the situation, and you know how he went on with it and what to do with peace. Today he's here talking about seasons of life, what to do, and how to go along amidst this whole situation. And ladies and gentlemen, this is none other than Bishop Simon Peter. It is a great pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I am doing well, but I would ask permission from you to take my mask as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
That's great, man.
Wonderful.
Because when you do that, then your audio becomes very good,
so
and other people can hear you very clearly.
Exactly.
How have you been, Bishop?
Well, this has been some striking season. A striking season, a season with a difference. I have lived and grown and seen a few seasons, but this one is very unique because it's very global.
Yes.
And he has it's called pandemic coronavirus 19, and it is like affecting the whole globe.
The whole globe.
And bringing seasons that we've never seen.
Yes.
Provoking seasons that will bring change, seasons that will make a difference. It provoked thinking.
Yes.
And I could see our president, really, giving his attention
to this
situation, focusing on it.
Yes.
Reflecting on his methods and ways of fighting during the bush.
I like that.
And he said, we will fight this thing. And it's really been very exciting.
It's been exciting, man, to see. I mean, I never lived to see all business closed.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody has a curfew. You have a car that you cannot drive.
No, I'm telling you.
It has been a challenging situation.
No, and like you see people, some are excited, some are not excited. People are weeping. Schools closing down.
School closed, man.
The rich nations and poor nations brought to the same level.
Yes.
My.
It's unbelievable. Airports closed.
Closed.
My. Now, in this season, a friend of mine was telling me, even if you had to give me $1 million shilling for me to go to America, I don't want.
You see, nobody wants to travel. Nobody
But
wants
God
to
is
travel.
good. Bishop Simon Peter, today we're talking about seasons of life. It's your call, it's your take. Please go ahead.
You know, let me excite you with two scriptures that come into my mind.
Come on.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1.
Yes.
A very common thing, people like it.
Yes.
Even if I ask the congregation today and say, can you quote it? They will say yes. For everything, there is what? There's a season.
There's a season for everything.
For everything. For everything. That's very exciting. I also want to read another one I find from the New Testament.
Yes.
It is in 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2. Paul is speaking to this young man, Timothy, and he says to him, preach the word. Be instant in season and out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering
Yes.
and doctrine. These two texts give me a new way of looking at every season that we come to. Has given me a reflection on a number of things. In the world we live in, there are 4 seasons. There is winter,
Yes.
there is spring, there is summer, and there is autumn.
Yes.
In Uganda, we commonly would look at it from the rainy season and the dry season. The rest are in between there. But there is season. Each of these seasons are so different. They are not the same. They are not the same. And it's amazing to see the value of seasons. You know, I started to think through what is the value of seasons. I found out that, my brother, without seasons, there would be no life on earth.
No seasons, no life.
No life.
Okay.
We perish. There is a mystery in God's creation of seasons. Mystery. And it is out of those seasons that the earth produces food for life on earth and generates oxygen for us. It's out of those 4 seasons, and they all generate it so differently, not the same. Seasons are very important. Seasons are teachers of life, even personal development. So if we know how to handle seasons, there will be personal growth and personal development. I am amazed at how people, even within this the COVID season,
Yes.
have been able to manage life with the little resources they had.
Yes.
You know, there have been seasons when you just like become so extravagant. You get this, you get that, you get that.
You even buy what you don't need.
Exactly. But this season has kind of taught us something. So there's been personal development. There's been creativity in the thinking of people. I've seen this in my own family. Things have changed. I have 2 grandchildren, young boys. They've been so productive in my life. They've helped me. One is taken up by IT, so he tells me, Grandpa, let me help you. You talk, I'll produce your messages, I'll send them on YouTube.
Come on now.
He'd never been doing that before,
Yes, yes.
and now he does that.
Yes.
So I send my messages. This is creativity, personal development, personal growth. You know, the other went into thinking about business. So he's now registered his own company during this COVID down. So when the COVID opens up, he's ready to kickstart with his friend. They're going to run a company.
Wow.
On printing. My brother, so I see things that are happening, and I know outside there, they have been the same. Churches have grown from nowhere. People have had audio, they've gone online, they've had new experiences. These are things that you could have never done if such a season never came. And so I want you to value seasons. I don't want you to look at a season and become so negative over it. Let me give you one more little thing about the seasons. Seasons change us. Human metabolism changes when seasons change.
Wow.
Because seasons change your metabolism. They change your genes. They also change they also change a number of things. They change your immune system. Your immune system gets stronger, or your immune system can get weaker. That's why sometimes you are in a certain season, you feel, I don't feel so well. Your immune system has gone low. A season comes when you are so,
When you feel energetic,
yeah,
when
yeah.
everything is
The
high.
season comes, said, I don't like cold seasons. Me, I feel better when it is warm. The season, warm season, ignites your immune system and gives you more strength. Seasons are the best opportunities God ever created to keep the earth running and rotating. Now, there are two constants before I launch into the rest of this thing. Two constants. One constant is the sun. When God started creating issues, the first thing he said, let there be light.
Right.
He created the sun we have there, and many of us don't understand why. Why the sun? That's a constant, it doesn't change. And that constant is what the earth rotates around. And as the earth rotates around the sun, it produces seasons.
Oh, okay. We're going science right here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit of that. A little bit of that, because that's life. So the sun is constant, doesn't change. It doesn't move. It's one place. The earth rotates around it. It produces winter, produces summer, spring, all round, hot and cold, rains. Now, that constant is important. I want you to know the second constant is called Jesus Christ. The same yesterday, today.
Okay.
That's a constant for us. He's also the light of the world. So he doesn't change. So our lives go around him for change. And we need to be managing ourselves as the seasons come. Because the constant allows that season to come to you, so you are able to take your gadget and manage the life and produce what the constant expects you to produce from the season.
I feel it.
You get me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So every season is so important. Now let me drop you to life. I told you two constants, the sun and Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
The sun is the same yesterday, today. It never doesn't change. So does Jesus. He doesn't change. We can benefit more from him if we knew him. Do you know, I feel so bad that many so-called Christians don't even understand Jesus Christ.
And they are Christians.
And they are Christians. And they go grumbling, they go complaining, they go doing wrong things. They do not benefit from the constant that we move around. So when then there is a season of winter on my side, I start complaining. No. I need to manage that winter and bring out of that winter something that will be good for my life, because the constant has allowed it to come, and the constant never makes mistakes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Never. So whatever we see, the constant is managing his universe the way it is. To put our brains into work, to put our experiences into work, to put our knowledge into work, that we may benefit out of it and bring him glory and honor, because he sees that. So I want to say to you again, life is not a chance. Life is a change. Life is not a chance. Life is a change. Many people who see life as a chance, when difficult times come or seasons change and the season is not palatable to you, what you develop in your heart is throw up your hands and give up, and you surrender. And your life floats away, wasted, because you threw up your hands. Life is a chance for you. God gave it to me. It must work for me. If it doesn't work for me, it's up to God. That's carelessness.
Oh, come on now.
God gave you the best thing ever. It's your life. It's not a chance when it's given to you. You make it. It's a potential. It has value, not on surface, underneath. And my brothers and my listeners, this is what life is all about. Seasons will come, and seasons are the ones that take you deeper. So you can find the value of life. So life is not a chance, life is change. Seasons come to bring change. Summer comes to bring change. Trials come to bring change. Trials are not evil. Trials are part of God's instrument to bring change to you. So you can go deeper and dig for that good. Prepare yourself for good. And so you can launch into the deeper and you'll find the best of life there. So life must be steered. You must guide life. You must walk around life. You must, dig around life. That's what life is all about.
Yes,
so
sir.
you have to work around it. Take care of it. Put more humans into it. Do everything you can and life will produce it. 4 things are important, and I want to say this before time runs out.
Yes.
First and foremost, how do you respond to these seasons when they come? 1, learn how to handle life.
Learn how to handle.
Learn how to handle life. Most of us are not students of life. Let me give you an example of a young man called Joseph. Joseph was the son of Jacob. A situation arose in a family when his dad bought him such a wonderful suit. Nice coat. Very grass, full of colors. It brought a season of hatred. And he was so rejected by his own brothers. They threw him in a pit. Some people found him out. They sold him to some Egyptians. He was taken to a foreign country. Totally foreign. He steered life. I like Joseph. I like Daniel. I read stories of these people who found themselves in very different circumstances. They handled life proactively. I'm not using the word positively, which many theologians and many church people like. I'm not a positive thinker. I'm a proactive thinker.
Yes, sir.
So, because positive thinking more or less throws you into a weaker level. Proactive thinking engages. So you engage your life into something.
Number 2.
The second thing is learn how to take advantage of life.
Learn to take advantage
Our
of
life,
Wow.
every season comes with an advantage. There is no season that comes without advantage. Whether it is summer, whether it is winter, whether they are trials, whether they are what, it all comes with advantage. Look at some people who get blessed. Have you ever known that blessings have destroyed many people? It's an advantage on surface, but it destroys you. You never profit out of it. That's why sometimes children who come from poor families, they're much more wiser than children who live in rich homes. Why? It's managing the season. This one is in dry season where learning is important. He sees an advantage in what the son of a rich person doesn't see. Take advantage, my friends. Life comes with advantage. This Corona-19 has come with advantage. Don't think there are no advantages. If you lock your brain completely shut up, I am telling you, you are missing a lot. This coronavirus is changing our gears. It's tackling us. It's making nations think differently. The third thing, protect life initiatives from every season. Let me tell you, during this season, there is going to be a lot that is going to happen. Like, let's take rainy season. When you use the best season, like I give you an example of Isaac. Isaac in Genesis, Isaac went to Philistine, and there was starvation in the whole world. So he rented land in the Philistines, and he had a big harvest. God blessed him during dry season, but God helped him, and he had a big harvest. Protect your initiatives, because there's going to be fruit out of that. There are initiatives. There are people who are opening companies as I talk now. During this COVID-19, People have opened companies. During this COVID-19, people have the new initiatives. Like people have dreams. Visions have come. There are people that have never slept from March up to May to June. They are dreaming. They are thinking, what can I do? And they are moving and aspiring to do more and greater things. Wait and see. By June, July, August, December, you will see new initiatives in this country. Recently in Teso, in Uganda, actually, let me use Uganda as a whole. The locusts came. Did you see what government did? Sent troops and spray.
Yes.
Why? Protect the maize, protect any farming investments that government had done in the east. Because the locusts were coming to destroy. I tell you, my friend, there are locusts against your initiatives for every season. Number 4, harvest the life productions. They are products of life at the end of the day. Every season ends with maturity. Crops will mature. And what do you do with crops? Harvest them. Put them in the barn. It's not wrong. You see this gentleman whom Jesus said went to hell. His problem was not that he had much. He was the best man ever, the best farmer. He gathered all and enlarged his banners. He made a mistake. He never took responsibility. For every blessing, every product God gives you, he gives you with responsibility. You must know Lazarus is out at your gate. So if you eat here alone and forget that there is Lazarus at the gate, you will be called home to account.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And other people will eat what you have stored because you are not responsible.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. For those of you that started with us, I know these words mean a lot in your life. I want the Bishop to just wrap up all that he's been talking about in just a minute. And don't forget to give us the contacts, because people are looking forward to contact you. And you're going to have a lot of people calling you because this is life for them.
In my wrap-up, I'm just wondering at the wisdom of Solomon and the wisdom of of Paul. Just talking about those seasons and say for everything there is a season. And then I've discovered that for the seasons, whatever they will do to me, they come for my good. So what I will do is handle my life. And I want to say to my audience, handle your life in every situation, in any season. Take advantage. There are advantages in seasons. Please protect the initiatives, things that will come out of the advantageous stage of your seasons.
Yes.
Harvest it. Harvest it. Take the harvest. Lastly, invest that, because that's when you will roll it over again and again. And I mean, I'm telling you, then you realize that you will be somebody that is swimming in the waves, going
sir.
up, and waves don't destroy you, and you will enjoy life, because that's what happens.
Thank you so much.
So, I mean, I'll be happy to contact with you on this if you call me at 0772 and 688 and 330. 772 688 330.
Beautiful words there coming in from Bishop Simon Emiau, all the way from Pentecostal Assemblies of God. Thank you very much for joining us and watching every other time. Just in the wrap-up as well, 4 important life lessons, 4 important elements of life that you should know, because definitely now you have known that it's seasons that make up life. So even this season that we are in, a coronavirus season, it's just a season, and seasons come and seasons go. You know, but he says, learn how to handle your life. I'm waiting for you after this lockdown. How are you going to handle your life? Number 2, learn how to take advantage of life. What are the things that have you learned from this situation, from this COVID lockdown, that you're going to take as precious so that you can learn how to take advantage of? Some of us are going to start new businesses. Some of us, our ministries, we are now going to go into internet service. We're going to speak the word of God, not only in church on analog, but we're going to go on Facebook. I've seen services on Facebook, you know. So learn how to take advantage of life. Number 3, protect life initiatives from every season. Protect what life has given you. Don't just leave it just right there, because the devil is waiting for your slight mistake and they'll snatch that life out of you. You understand? So protect it. Number 4, he says, harvest the life production. It's not good for you to work so hard and you don't harvest what you've worked for. It has been great having you on the show. Big Sam, as usual, with my team here. I want to thank you so very much for keeping that heart of watching Christian Focus. I want to thank my producers here. Patrick, thank you so very much. Noah, you guys are doing a wonderful job. And I'm telling everybody here, please keep up the faith. Number 2, practice. MO Minister of Health initiative, the guidelines they have given you, please put them into practice, even when they have given you a leeway to go on the road. Keep this distance, put your mask on, make sure that you stay safe. I love you. We'll catch you again same time on Sunday at 7:30. Right after me, there is coming news that you need to get informed. Keep watching UBC. My name is Big Sam on Christian Focus. God bless you. Bye-bye.
You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song of deliverance from my enemies till all my fears. Sing that again. You unravel. You unravel me with a melody, and you surround me with a song of deliverance from my enemies till all my fears gone. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no